What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid DCG. Here we have a mirror, Purple Luffy versus Purple Luffy. We won the dice roll. We're going first. We're going to keep this hand because we have a Luffy Taro in it. That's main reason. We also have a Nico Robin blocker and a Nami. We could play either of those off of the Luffy Taro, but we also have some plays we could play on the 4 Dawn turn with playing one of those. We're hoping we draw into a Zoro Juro, but we'll see how that goes. Here's just a test to see if there's any glaring spots. But yeah, this is the last game of the night. This could be potentially for 3rd place or something like that, getting into the podium. And one of the mistakes I've been making all night, if you've watched one of the prior Dopey video, is going to rear its head in this match, where you'll see when I eventually play the 9-cost Big Mom. But here we're going to swing 7 life and then establish a Nico Robin blocker. I actually really like this play against the mirror because we are being aggressive here and either force them to take a life or give us 2 cards out of hand, while also establishing a blocker so we can potentially block out of any big swing. They swing 5 into life. We give them the Nico Robin blocker. They're going to ramp, go to a 5 Dawn turn, and see what they play on their 5 Dawn turn. They play a Zoro Juro. And we'll see what they get off the Zoro Juro. They're thinking what they want to pull. And they pull the Sanji. So I do think about this later in the game. He has the Sanji that can rest the blocker. Maybe I think too much about it. But he is at... Oh, no, he's at 4. He didn't ramp that turn. He just stuck at 4. We are at 4 Dawn. We're going to be at 6, ramp to 7, and play out something off of the Luffy Taro first. Let's swing 5 life. We did draw the Sangoro, so we do have a very strong Luffy Taro play. And we're going to do that. Ramp to 7, play the Luffy Taro, Sangoro, return 1 Dawn. And yeah, pass. Feeling good about our board. Be able to establish the Sangoro, have the Luffy Taro as well as a blocker. In case he swings big, we can easily block. He swings 5 life, give him the 1k Sanji, and then he swings 6 life, and here's where we give him the blocker. Maybe we should have kept this blocker alive for later. I was thinking about that Sanji, that he could just rest it at some point. He ramps. He's going to go to 7 now, and he's going to Luffy Taro himself. Luffy Taro Sangor, the exact same play. This is the turn that is going to basically decide the game in a negative way. Another thing too, I swing 6 into the 6 because I want to draw a card. Let's just see what we get. He's going to give us a 1k. Maybe these swings I'm swinging should go into life and I should just ignore board. I would love to hear in the comments, but I like to clear board. So I'm going to clear that Zoro Juro, and then I'm going to swing 5 life. Maybe I should have put more pressure onto his life, but he does take a life from a 5k swing. I'm going to ramp, go to 9, and let's play the 9 Mom and get rid of that Sangoro. I'm so busy thinking about the Sangoro, returning a Dawn, and pitching a card that I don't heal myself. This is huge and just a dumb mistake on my part. Like, you can correct other mistakes. This is just a dumb mistake. I don't really have an excuse for why I didn't do it. Maybe it's because there's so many things. Like, what I'm telling myself is there's so many things. Yeah, give him a 2k, 1k to counter out of the Sangor. Keep that alive. There's so many things you have to do with the Big Mom. Return a Dawn, trash a card, put something away. But again, I should know this. I play this card. I don't know why I keep making this mistake. I'm still a little bit sick about the way I forgot to heal. He swings 5 in a life and I give him a 1k. But yeah, the mistake, I made that mistake earlier in the Dofi match. He ramps, and he's going to play his own Big Mom, I believe. Yep, and he's going to do the exact same play we do. And this is where I realized, I'm like, oh, shoot, I realized. But I'm like, I've probably already missed my window. I say a couple of things to him, but yeah, I think at this point I've missed my window. It's too late. I probably could have still put the life on there, but at this point, I missed my window. That's what I was saying. And I'm upset at myself. So we start our next turn. We're at 10 Dawn. This game's still very winnable despite the huge mistake. But yeah, at this point, I think I'm a little tilted, to be honest, at the fact that I was so dumb to make that error. Let's swing 12 into the 8. Let's clear the board. Again, maybe these swings should be going towards his life, but he does counter out. He gives us a lot of cards out of hand. Now we're going to probably do the exact same thing again. And I think the idea here is we're going to leave 3 Dawn up for a Nico Robin blocker and the Gum Gum Giant. We swing 5 and a life. I was thinking he would just he would give us a 1K counter out of that, but he took it, so I'm okay with that. And then now we cleared, so we can establish the blocker and still have the 1 Dawn standing. Again, I am also thinking that he has that Sanji that can rush down at any time. He might have actually given it to us, but I'm still thinking about that. I probably should have checked his trash. But at this point, the game's still very winnable because he only has the 9 cost Big Mom and we have 3 life. We have a blocker that can block out of that. He swings 5 into life and I take. I probably should give him the 1K or give him the 2K Usohachi. Shouldn't have took that life, I don't think. I think I was worried about that Sanji, but at the same time, if I was worried about that Sanji coming down and rushing, I should have just blocked because he would rest the blocker. So again, that kind of thinking doesn't make sense. Here we're going to block. He still has all 10 Dawn. And he's going to Luffy, Taro, Zoro, Juro. And it's actually going to be kind of a clutch Zoro, Juro because he has 3 Dawn standing. And he's going to be able to grab the Nico Robin blocker and play that for 2, as well as keep 1 Dawn up for Gum Gum Giant. So kind of a clutch search. But yeah, now his board's looking kind of scary. I have 3 swings to clear 3 life, or to hit him 3 times, and he has a blocker and probably a Gum Gum Giant. But we are going to be at 10 Dawn. Here is where I make the decision to go for game. And again, this might be a theme that I have where maybe I'm not choosing the right time to go for games. I don't have a lot of, I could play the Kid blocker and leave 1 up for the Gum Gum Giant, but my thought process is I'm still worried about that Sanji that he can just rest my Kid blocker. And I don't know if I can survive that many hits. He does have 4 strong swings. I'm going to swing 9 into life just to test the waters to see what happens. And he takes. This is where I'm going to think I'm going to go for game. Maybe I shouldn't go for game. And I also should be at 1 life higher. This would definitely change. I would probably definitely block her up and Gum Gum Giant and play it safe at this point. If I had here I'm checking his trash. I think I checked for this. I want to say I checked for that Sanji just to make sure he still has it. So I'm worried about that eventually coming down and resting my Kid blocker that I would play. But maybe I shouldn't have worried about that because at that point, that's kind of a high Dawn commitment. And maybe I can counter out of one of those swings. But yeah, I'm thinking I have to go for game. So we're going to tap 7 and we're going to play the Sanji of our own to rest the Nico Robin blocker, return 1 Dawn. Now we're going to ramp that Dawn back by taking. We're going to swing 7 life. Let's see what happens. And he gives us 2K, 1K. Now he's down to 2 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand, I believe. No, I think it's 2 cards at this point. And he has a Dawn standing. So I'm thinking the Gum Gum Giant's going to come into play here. I have 2 standing Dawn. I decided to swing 8 here. Actually, no, I have 3 standing Dawn. I swing 8 here because then we can swing 9 for game if we want to. And this would also be a good time for him to Gum Gum Giant that's what I'm kind of thinking, because if he Gum Gum Giants, he gets out of it. And then we could at least leave all Dawn up for Gum Gum Giant. But he takes the hit. So at this point, I feel like I have to go for it. I could not go for it. I could swing 5 in a life or 5 in the Nico Robin blocker, for example. And then keep all that Dawn up for Gum Gum Giants in case one draws me into another, for example. That could be the thought process behind doing this. But I decide, let's ramp. My thought process is, I feel like he would have given us the Gum Gum Giant last if he had it. One thing I know is he does have a 1K counter. He has 3 cards in hand at least. So if he does have the Gum Gum Giant, he's going to be able to counter out because he can counter out to 10. I do ramp. Let's swing 9 for game. At this point, I'm hoping the Gum Gum Giant's a bluff, but it's not a bluff. He has it, and he's going to Gum Gum Giant and then give us that Songoro that we put on the bottom of the life. So we are going to lose this game. At this point, I'm disappointed, but I'm more disappointed in myself because I did something stupid, which was not read the cards or not do the cards full effect that I had of the 9 mom. So yeah, I'm very disappointed. I'm still a little bit sick about this game. We got the Gum Gum Airhead as the kind of like tile or the what's it called, the thumbnail for this, because that's kind of how I was this game. I got to be better. I don't know what I need to do in order to remember to do the Big Mom better. A player should be able to do that. A player should just be able to remember what they do. But I need to be better in that aspect. I don't know why. Hopefully I never forget to do that again from this scarring performance here with the Big Mom. But we'll see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we can be better next time. This was the end of the tournament for today. We'll be back with Purple Luffy again. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, see ya.